Now, I love talking about narcissists, so do you, but then I say, and a lot of other psychologists would say, if they're good psychologists, is that we're talking about the mind, a fully encapsulated mind. Now, that's sloppy language because I say it's the fully encapsulated awareness. It's fully encapsulated in the mind. See, the mind and awareness are two diametrically opposites. See, there's mind, Satan, and awareness, love, and or God. Hi, Christ. How are you doing? How am I doing? Oh, girl. Sorry, I can't go anywhere with you. She wants to go to a hot pool and do all this stuff. It's like, no, I got a bill to pay. It's hardly $300, but I'm gonna be selling my house instead because I can't hardly make it. Why, Shauna? Why aren't you making it? Good question. I think I'm supposed to change. And do you notice the word change in our money talk? Have you kids? Go get your parents. Is there the word change in money talk? What do you think it is? And why do you think they call it change? I was looking into this subject matter like years ago because there's a language that's kind of already here that is trying to like cue us in on something like, well, this is the way you should play this video game. You know, if the money is involved, then you should know that it's a video game that you're in, and there's a certain way to play. So I was suggesting that it's hooked up into your electronics. There might be several ways that you are doing digital coining, I guess. What would you say? But you notice the word coin the term, right? Coin the term. But anyway, that's good. That it's not ironic. Although, does anybody know what the fucking word ironic means? Ironic is the word iron. Sorry, there's a reverse happening. So I'm trying to tell you about what's in front of our face. If you just look, and don't be Luke. Don't be Luke Skywalking. You know, the word iron, why is it ironic? Well, if you look up the word ironic, a lot of the kids don't know what that word means. It means that, that's the same. It means to be very the same like. In fact, identical, maybe more. It's just the same. So iron, see how can the truth be the same for all unless you're going through the heart. Yep, the heart's foundation. There's where I'm talking about the heart's foundation. Do I must get my little chalkboard? Hell yeah. This is a hell of a lessonry now. We have the mind. So you have two teams, right? You notice the word ID in the mind. That's very much it. It's not a coincidence. It's coining the term. How about that? We have the mind, which is responsible for the ego, which is the uppercase I. See, you're free to find abbreviations, and as long as it doesn't even have to be in that same word. If you can do a puzzle, ladies and gentlemen, and start sounding things out and making horrible sense, in case the kids were watching. I say horrible is because a lot of the human population don't like to get back to the basics or the truth. So, but this is doing that, see? Basically, the heart has to do with he, her. Do you see that? That is, if you are into the truth, see that the heart, it's pure science, what I'm talking about when we are talking about what's hooked into the heart rather than the mind. See, the mind, quite simply, babes, is to act as a reliable storage unit that remembers how something went down as far as if it was the truth or not, what worked there. Usually that's what the truth is, babes. It's what's working there. Yeah, so now let me start with this saying here. See, you know about the lowercase I represents, in fact, it's the when the eye is open. Your phone, if you're holding one right now, is called an iPhone for a profound reason. It's okay if you look at the lowercase I that they use.
Here, it's up at the Tuesday's right in the fine room. And Tina's gonna come. Yeah. So you get what I'm saying is that it's right in front of your face what they kind of have to let you know. They will definitely alter the vowels every once in a while, and they have to. The number one thing, babes, is to put that I down because that's its superior place when, in fact, the eye has been opened, that you have graduated in what it means to be a human being. So if you want to play the game, that's why I tell you to capitalize all the vowels except for the I. Yeah, because it's a symbol that, in fact, that's where it's, when it's found in the lowercase, it's found in its divinity. That means that the person's eye is open. I know I keep repeating that, but see, you have your iPhone. Now, it doesn't mean that they did the proper thing. See, they capitalize the P and then you see the rest going down, but you don't have to do that. You can keep it down, and then you can keep what's the main word in the word phone, kids? Look it up. Find a word in the word phone. Now, there's a few that are pretty ironic. You know, like the word hone. Hone, isn't that a word? Doesn't it kind of mean to like search and look for, right? Isn't that ironic? Maybe, I don't know. You don't put two and two together very much, but do, please. That's what a human being can do. And that's what we're doing. We're having fun here doing that. See, so I think this is apropos for today because we just had this full moon in Leo, which was on February 1st, and I'm making this on February 3rd, and it might be put up on February 5th, depends on if I have to edit it or not. And by the way, this might be one of the last videos that I'm going to make because I just hope I get a big giant donation. I wish that this would work for us all, right? But see, I'm trying to work it. I'm showing you something here, which is a way for the organism to not only wake up to something if they use their perception in conjunction with the symbolism that's already here. Yeah, so all I wanted to clarify with this particular statement is I and the sun, not S-O-N, but S-U-N, are one. But you notice the word on in one, right? So anyway, I was talking about the heart, that's the one, see, a reliable scientist amongst what appears to be a human population is always going to be one that is operating from the capacity of awareness and not the mind. See, the awareness is a phenomena of multi-capacity of feeling into reality. And the heart is doing it electrically, like in real time. Like this is where paranormal phenomena is coming in. Really above average people that are like really feeling like they can look and feel people's body if they're sick, or they can see it, or they can hear, or they can see, like remote viewers. Anyway, pure science, babe. When we start getting into what's really there and observing, see, the thing is that the organism itself, which is fine, it's fine if there is a lot of them, but if they're completely separated from their own faculties and they're not doing the right investigating themselves on their own. See, each individual has a profound responsibility to, like, in effect, turn themselves on, their heart on, to the way that we learn. And see, when we hit the truth more, which is very scientific, getting back to this word science, do you notice how I put the I there, just to say, look, that's the I, but I'm going to put it in its rightful look, but really, you should know that, I mean, just look at how ironic that is, that there's the word I. See, now, you've heard it, right? Just if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, then that's enough. See, but then there's this other saying that says, there is a passage from the eye to the heart that does not need to filter through the mind. And that's what we're trying to get at, is when we're saying to use the third-party witness. But see, this is something you don't, you can meditate, you can tell people about this, but the thing is you're a liar, you're a narcissist, and most of the government will be very scared, afraid, if the population started to reach for their own ability to see SEE. See, there's a scene. Whoops, sorry about this. Let's get back to it. There's a scene that we're looking into. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I'm screwing up here. I don't know why I'm doing like. I think it's because I did put the I look here, right? And then I was saying, babes, this is an I. See, there's science, and isn't it trip that you have to have a C there, right? And then the I is there. But look, it's a scene. It's a scene that's available to us all. Now, what scene, Shauna? Real. It. So you have to have that down. The itty. See, there's real and then itty. Now, everybody knows that Ria, capital I's, you have to know this, guys. That is pointing at God. It really is. And so we have the word creation. That, in fact, that's what we're drawing all of our information off. And then we can synthesize, believe it or not, like even, see, computers are synthesized version of reality, outer space, how it's all working. They're synthesizing things here. So reality, sorry, I was trying to get on a train here about something, and I can, but I'm really distracted by the worry of hardly anything, really. I don't have much, but see, I can't move any faster than the cosmos will allow me to move, and you might be able to relate with this because, well, here you are, and you're wondering why don't things work like right away or something like that. So we have a cosmos that we need to respect. That is, we're connected to it, and if we're alive today, we are alive in the most awesome times. And so, because of the way the cosmos is going to wake us up more, and it's not going to be social media or any kind of media. See, social media is the medium through which people can begin to look into and do their own scientific investigation through their own ability to investigate scientifically. It's coming through the heart, babes. It's just daring to look farther than, right, what you've been fed in the mind, and just you're not really, I mean, maybe you shut your heart down a long time ago, and that is what we have going on. So this is a movement, this way to see, I was going to show you how creation, small c, now this is a trick to consider this. Now I'm going to lowercase this just to find a big word in there that is there. It's right in front of our face. And that is the word ration, right? Isn't that a trip? Now, TION is definitely a normal thing. I'm just going to put the I on, and then we have ON. But no, I'm trying to make a point and say, look, this is the word ration right here. So I'm going to make a regular I just to show you in capital. Ration is I'm pretty sure ration is an instruction that shows up in a lot of words. See, I know that with music, see, ration means to grab a certain amount that you need, right, from something, and doesn't necessarily mean that we are being like living in scarcity. No, there's something called rational, and that means like, well, get enough that you can carry. But see, I'm a musician, and I could relate to you like this, that we are gathering notes or tones from a massive amount of just infinity, of just chaos, right? This is chaos of all the possibility of the notes that we're drawing off of. But now we're starting to ration, and even, see, it's called rationalize. Right, Kitty? Please don't unplug the place. We are pulling off now, from, like, say, we pull the A, the tone of the A out of here. And then we start doing something with it, like harmoniously. It goes like this, and we're doing little things that go off of it, and we're starting to do some little things like this. And now it becomes like a flower and something that you can actually, it's an actual structure. You see, that's what we're looking at as far as being rational and rationing. But see, they've reversed everything on you here on this planet to where when you hear the word ration, you think, oh, we're scraping, use everything that's there. Don't overspend on bubble gum. We need butter rations instead, right? Or something like that. So, but no, we don't have to live like that. You just understand how to create, babes. First of all, it's all here already. You have enough, and you'll find out that there's something you need to do with the overflow that's there, right? You have to at least acknowledge that it's there. If you don't, you're going to hit shortages big time. The overflow is just this here, right here. It's always there, man. And you, if you start mining it and you do grow these things out of this kind of garden, see, that's a flower right there, and I'm sure you like it. I don't know why my cat's doing that over there. So it's kind of a decent picture, you know. This is a weird flower too, believe it or not. It's just the bigger flower from the universe. The universe says, well, I have it all right here. It's just one, it's one verse. And it's like, well, wait a minute. I think we should divvy this out. And, you know, that's where the I comes in, I'd say. When you have a sun there, a galaxy that has a sun, suns, many suns. See, I say I and the sun are one. Ooh, babes, we're talking about that. Yeah, of course, our I, we're going through a week where there's a massive sunspot that is so big, and it's starting to burp and do plasmatic castings, I guess you would call it. And see, I'm figuring out that no, we are all here collectively creating imagery of reality as we know it through the sun's routing. And see, because we don't really know how or where any of this is. This is what science will, and even you will figure out if you ever dared contemplate, like, where am I and where is everything? You know, we're just kind of saying that it's a vibrational frequency. Your eyes are picking up vibrational frequency and it's transmuting and transmitting as images and stuff. And so it's very vibrational frequency, period. Like David Icke was talking about, that we are in a spacesuit and we are aligned to just a certain vibrational frequency. And I say it's divine. The human alignment is divine. We have parasites that we have to worry about, and that's what we're talking about. I mean, as far as the holographic field and the possibility of it being just mainly light, and then other infiltrations in the form of vibrational frequency. I mean, whatever, it's just parasitical reality that exists also in what is the main field, is the field of energy, but frequency and vibration. And there's the physical and the non-physical, and the non-physical is governing the physical. Yeah, and it's self same, like if you have a whole culture or people on the planet or in one mecca that are unaware of that they are creating the world from the inside out. It's not from the outside in. Whew, imagine how desolate that might appear. In fact, it's not even awakened yet that a humanity would function that way from the outside in. But you know, that's what we have going on right now. See, that means that nobody has a curiosity. They're just taking feed in, and nothing is evolving. No time. Forget time. It's just stuck, right? And that's true. I mean, we don't have any time. Look, it's like this, though. What are you filling time with, right? I mean, what is it that the illusion of time now that your memory is holding you? Is it a memory, or is it just Memorex? So I hope you like this video. This is probably one of the last ones I'll be making because, well, unless I get like $300 to $500 here, I'm kind of struggling financially once again. I'm not being very explicit about what I'm going through in my love life because it's not anybody's business, but I think that it's everybody's business, though. If I put up some controversy or freaking video, it makes me look kind of weird, like we're coming up on. What do you think, you guys? Is mankind serving Satan, or are women feeding Satan by having the kids? Right? I mean, if we're to wake up, we would have to scale down a bit, because the more people who are deceived and who just choose now through money is one of the big ways that the machine works, that it isolates people. Like, okay, so you're a homeless person, that person that just held up 5 lanes of traffic, their pants hanging halfway down going to the liquor store, believe it or not, that is your superior. They're just not willing to fall for the fucking game. and morally massacre themselves for money. And that's what I mean, and that's what we mean by reversed. So have mercy. See, here's the thing I'm doing, and I'll let you know this much, is that I'm going to the courthouse, and here's the main thing I'm going to say is like, okay, so but can I ask you a question? I need to make sure something is happening for me and you first. I want to know before we proceed. See, what I'm going to do for all of us, and this is what you should be doing, you shouldn't be fighting little minuscule cases. You should be fighting the real war. And you ask this, what God are you referring to? I want to know because I want to know what kind of language to follow after that, to listen for. And then maybe mention, I don't know if it's the same in your town, but it seems like that every courthouse I go to, it's a criminal justice system. Cut, cut, take off your necktie. Whoops, necktie? Necktie, kids. Whew! Okay.